In a move that's sending ripples through the global energy market, Iran has begun transporting crude oil to China using a newly established rail link, a development that's rewriting the rules of international oil trade. This overland route is more than just a logistical innovation. It's a strategic shift that's upending the traditional dominance of maritime oil transport and challenging the status quo of global energy flows. For decades, massive oil tankers ruled the seas, carrying millions of barrels across oceans and through heavily monitored shipping lanes. But now, specialized trains snake their way across the vast landscapes of Central Asia, hauling this precious black gold overland. Far from the prying eyes that watch the world's oceans, this isn't just a new delivery method, it's a bold act of economic and political defiance, signaling a willingness to challenge established powers and rewrite the rules of engagement. Iran, long constrained by heavy international sanctions, has found a way to bypass Western monitored sea routes, using a land corridor that's much harder to police and control. This rail route is a modern-day Silk Road, but instead of silk and spices, its main cargo is crude oil, deepening the strategic partnership between Tehran and Beijing and opening new avenues for cooperation. For Iran, this railway is nothing short of an economic lifeline, providing a vital source of revenue and a way to keep its oil industry alive despite international pressure. For China, it's a crucial step towards securing its energy supply chain, reducing reliance on vulnerable sea routes, and strengthening its position as a global energy powerhouse. The implications of this new corridor go far beyond economics, touching the very core of international power balances and signaling a shift in the global order. Building and operating this transnational oil railway required immense investment, technical expertise, and close coordination between nations. An achievement pulled off largely under the radar, away from the world's attention. While the West kept its focus on the seas, the real action was quietly unfolding on land, a classic case of strategic misdirection that could reshape the future of global energy transport. Western intelligence agencies were caught off guard, their analysts left scrambling for answers as unexpected developments unfolded. The surprise came in the form of Iran's new rail oil route, a bold move that few in the West had anticipated or even considered possible at this scale. For decades, Western intelligence has concentrated on maritime interdiction, vigilantly monitoring critical sea lanes like the Strait of Hormuz and the Suez Canal, believing these chokepoints were the only viable routes for large-scale oil exports. The prevailing assumption was that moving vast quantities of oil required ships and ports, not trains and railways. But this belief has now been upended, revealing a significant blind spot in Western strategic thinking. Now, officials are urgently trying to piece together how such a sophisticated and extensive rail network was constructed right under their noses, without triggering any major alarms or warnings. The West underestimated the growing importance of land-based trade routes across Eurasia, while China, in contrast, invested billions in its ambitious Belt and Road Initiative, reshaping the region's infrastructure. This Iranian oil train is a direct outcome of that vision, a tangible symbol of shifting power and new possibilities for energy transport. The doctrines that have guided Western policy for generations were forged in an era dominated by maritime power, but now, land power is making a strong comeback, challenging old assumptions. If Iran can reliably ship significant volumes of oil by rail, the effectiveness of sanctions is dramatically reduced, and the West's leverage is weakened. This development forces a complete reevaluation of Western strategy. Sanction enforcement can no longer focus solely on the seas, it must adapt to new realities on land. Understanding the complexities of overland logistics, cross-border trade, and the evolving network of railways is now absolutely essential for anyone hoping to keep pace with the changing global landscape. The Trans-Asian Railway begins its journey in the eastern reaches of Iran, close to the border with Turkmenistan, where the landscape is marked by vast plains and distant mountains. This is the starting point of a remarkable rail corridor that stretches across the heart of Asia. From here, the railway winds its way through Turkmenistan, traversing the arid steppes, then continues into Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, before finally reaching China's Xinjiang province. Each border crossing represents not just a change in scenery, but a link between diverse cultures and economies. This route is a vital part of the Trans-Asian Railway network, serving as a key component of China's ambitious Belt and Road Initiative. It connects China with Central Asia, the Middle East, and ultimately Europe, creating a modern Silk Road for the 21st century. While the railway was originally designed for general cargo, its recent adaptation for large-scale oil transport has transformed its strategic importance. Now, it serves as a crucial energy corridor, moving vast quantities of oil across continents. The journey covers nearly 5,000 kilometers, cutting through some of the world's most challenging terrains. Endless deserts, rugged mountains, and sweeping steppes. Each segment of the route presents its own unique logistical challenges. To safely transport hazardous cargo like oil, significant upgrades were made to the tracks, signaling systems, and border facilities. These improvements ensure both efficiency and safety, allowing for the smooth passage of trains across international boundaries. Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Kazakhstan are not just transit countries, they are active partners in this project. They benefit from lucrative transit fees, new jobs, and stronger economic ties with both Iran and China. Their close cooperation is essential for the seamless flow of goods, binding these nations more closely to the growing Iran-China economic axis and fostering regional stability. By participating in this corridor, these countries are able to diversify their economies, reduce their dependence on traditional partners like Russia and the West, and open up new markets for their own exports. Coordinating train schedules, customs procedures, and technical standards across 4 different countries is a massive logistical challenge, requiring constant communication and collaboration. The complexity is heightened by differences in railway gauges and the need to operate in extreme weather conditions from scorching deserts to snow-covered mountains. Overcoming these formidable hurdles is a testament to the high-level political alignment and logistical sophistication of all the countries involved, marking a new era of transcontinental cooperation and connectivity. The process starts at Iranian oil fields with crude transported to a rail terminal near Saraksk on the Turkmenistan border. Oil is loaded onto specialized tanker cars, each train carrying thousands of tons. The journey crosses Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Kazakhstan, moving at a steady pace. The trip to China's border can take 1 to 2 weeks, depending on border delays. Major logistical hubs along the way handle inspections and crew changes. At the Korgos border crossing, one of the world's most advanced inland ports, the train enters China after customs clearance. Inside China, oil is sent to refineries in Xinjiang, then distributed nationwide. This land-based supply chain is resilient. If one section is disrupted, trains can be rerouted. While each train carries less than a supertanker, the continuous flow adds up to significant volume. The result, a steady, reliable stream of oil for China, less vulnerable to maritime chokepoints. Crushing international sanctions forced Iran to innovate. US-led measures isolate Iran's economy and restrict oil exports, targeting shipping and insurance. With the seas hostile and monitored, Iran turned to land, out of necessity, not choice. Iran's resistance economy focuses on self-sufficiency and creative trade methods. The oil-by-rail scheme is the latest, most ambitious example. The railway allows transactions outside the US-dominated financial system. Payments can be made in local currencies or barter, bypassing dollars and SWIFT. This creates a parallel economic ecosystem insulated from Western pressure. The railway is both a physical and financial corridor, weakening the West's economic weapons. When one door closes, Iran builds another. Shipping oil by sea is cheaper, but for Iran, security trumps cost. Rail transport avoids the risk of seizure, sanctions, and naval interdiction. The railway runs through friendly or neutral territory, out of reach of Western navies. Stopping a train across sovereign borders is far harder than intercepting a ship. Trains aren't tracked like ships, allowing for more discreet movement. This land corridor provides sanctuary for Iranian oil, free from maritime threats. It also diversifies Iran's export options, reducing reliance on the vulnerable Strait of Hormuz. By developing a land-based alternative, Iran gains strategic flexibility. Even if maritime routes are compromised, oil can still flow east. This strengthens Iran's negotiating position and reduces vulnerability to blockades. For China, the rail route is a strategic win. Most of China's oil imports arrive by sea, passing through chokepoints like the Strait of Malacca, a major vulnerability. The Iran-China Railway offers a secure overland alternative, directly addressing the Malacca dilemma. While rail can't replace all maritime shipments, it provides a crucial backup in a crisis. It also justifies China's Belt and Road investments, keeping Central Asian railways busy. Oil delivered to Western China helps develop regions, like Xinjiang, supporting domestic policy. The arrangement boosts China's influence in Central Asia and the Middle East. Iran and the Central Asian republics are drawn deeper into China's economic orbit. This challenges US and Russian influence, advancing China's goal of a multipolar world. The Iran-China oil railway is sending shockwaves through global geopolitics. For other sanctioned states like Russia and North Korea, it's proof that resilient, sanction-proof trade networks are possible. Russia sees both competition and opportunity. This could spur deeper Eurasian integration. The US and Europe face a wake-up call. Their strategies must adapt to new realities. They may pressure Central Asian countries or develop new intelligence tools, but the effectiveness of sanctions is eroding. India, a major oil importer, will be wary of the growing Beijing-Tehran partnership. The rail link shifts the balance of power in Asia, creating a new economic and political axis. Gulf oil exporters face a new competitor, as Iran maintains its presence despite isolation efforts. The development introduces a new dynamic into the global energy market. The world is watching and recalibrating. The Iran-China oil railway is more than a new route. It's a signpost for the future of global trade. For centuries, sea lanes defined the world map, but this land corridor challenges that paradigm. Eurasia's vast landmass is becoming as important as the oceans for commerce. The Belt and Road Initiative is forging new economic geographies, with inland cities rising in importance. This shift could create new economic blocks, less dependent on the West. The railway is a physical manifestation of a closed-loop system, operating outside Western oversight. As more parallel systems emerge, no single power can dictate global trade rules. The rumble of oil trains across Central Asia signals a new world taking shape. Geography is being redefined by infrastructure and alliances. The key question: how will the world adapt to this new map of global trade?